Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions. Um, Last time we did stuff and things. We did the Nether adventure. We got Gallium, and we got arsenic gallium, which let us gallium arsenate rather, which let us make some diodes, which we're going to be able to use to make some MB circuits. So there's our diodes. Actually, they are all done and ready to go. Um, for this episode, what I'm thinking is I was thinking to like do the electric blast furnace progression this episode, but what I was actually thinking is that mobs are kind of annoying, and it'd be nice if we don't have haunted cows spawning all up on us all the time, because haunted cows ignore light levels, and that makes them really annoying to deal with as far as like base protection. Basically, I mean, you can place torches, but they're still gonna just appear and kind of randomly attack us. So, what I was thinking is we can move forward with doing a what's it called? The Astral Sorcery rituals. And I haven't actually looked to see if we have access to everything we need to make this, but the Astral Sorcery ritual will allow us to set up something that makes it so that the mobs will not be able to bother us. And how we're going to get started on this, first we're going to need a rock crystal. And what's going to matter to us is going to be the purity and the size, I believe. And the way we increase the stats on this is that we actually throw it in liquid starlight, I believe. So here, let's take this one. This is our biggest one we currently have. Its size of almost 300 and purity of 49%. And I believe if we just throw it in here, it starts doing stuff. Never actually done this before, so it might be a little bit of trial and error here. Let's see here. Pick it up. 294 and 49. Okay, so it didn't do anything yet. I'm going to let that run for a bit. I'll step away and see if it comes back. Also, just out of curiosity, I am going to, let me see, let me grab another one. I want to test, like, do these rock crystals disappear over time? Because I don't want to, like, drop one and then forget about it, because that would be really bad. So I'm going to leave that one over there, but this one here is the one I'm going to kind of watch. And I don't know why I broke this marble arch here. I was thinking it was the liquid mana from the from wizardry. Like if I jump in there, I'd start floating away. But no, that's not the case. It's totally fine to jump into this block. So yeah, I don't think I can tick accelerate this either because it's kind of like inside of the inside the block of liquid there, I believe. And like it's giving off these particles, so I think something's happening, right? Like if I just throw it on the ground, it doesn't do that, does it? No, it doesn't. So I believe this is in fact doing stuff with the liquid starlight there. So I'm gonna leave that for a bit, and I'm gonna leave that one over there in there just to make sure it doesn't despawn. So yeah, I'll be back after a little while if something happens here. So be back soon. And just a heads up, if you see me opening my inventory whenever I say be back, it's because my pause recording button is actually F1, and if I press F1, here I just went ahead and did it. It hides my interface, and then I can't see anything. So then I'm trying to run around without recording, without my interface visible. So that's why I do it in my inventory. Anyways, oh, it looks like something actually happened here. Hold on. While I was just blabbing away. So this one's no longer emitting particles, and it looks like it took one of the blocks of liquid starlight here. Let me get my reservoir, because we're going to want to refill that. And it stopped doing anything. And yeah, okay, it's at size 400 now. Okay. So it's size 400, rock crystal. And so the size 400 seems to be the maximum size, but the purity is still 49. So can we get the purity up more? So let's refill this spot there. Looks like that one also ticked up. If I throw it back in here, what happens? It starts glowing again. Okay. And then what did this one do? This one is size 262. Okay. Though this one I specifically wanted to leave in here to see if they despawn. So let me put that back in there. Let me refill the Starlight and then see what happens. And I can go over here and refill my reservoir from the barrel over here. We need to get a better source of Starlight going. Liquid Starlight, our good source for Liquid Starlight long term is probably going to be, where is it? We could use Flawless Lapis, to be honest. It has a durability of 150 and a yield of 1. That's pretty good. Flawless Diamond as well. Mana Diamond. Mana Diamond's worse than a Flawless Lapis somehow. But this is what our go-to is going to be, these enriched Astral eggs. And those come from chickens. Primordial Pearl just like lasts forever, apparently. I guess you get one of those and you're set for life. Though to get the Astral Chicken, which makes these Astral Enriched Eggs, we're going to need... Honestly, this is all stuff we can get. So, you know what? While this is over here cooking away, I should go work on that. And it looks like our crystal over here finished ticking away again. Let's pick it up and take a look at it. Okay, so it absorbed some starlight there, but it's still 49% purity, so our other one over here also looks like it absorbs some starlight, but I actually want to leave that one there on purpose just because I want to test to see if that's going to disappear while we are leaving it in there. Let's go get the stuff we need to make some Astral Chickens, because that would be like awesome. So Astral Chickens. This is, yeah, a really easy recipe, and we're going to need 2 so that we can start breeding them. So let's go ahead and collect all of this stuff. Do we have 8 aquamarines? We do have 8 aquamarines already. So we're going to need to get Infinity Dust, Covalence Dust, and 10, 10, 10 Smart Chickens from our base. Let's go home and grab those really quick. Where's our 10, 10, 10 Smart Chicken supply here? We don't actually have a lot of 10, 10, 10 Smart Chickens yet, so I'm going to take another stack of seeds here. Let's turn some of our wheat into seeds as well. And let's give them the stack of seeds. That's going to give us just a flow of 10, 10, 10 chickens. So we have a nice stack there. That's going to give us 32 more of those. And then we need Infinity Dust, which we have over here. We need 8 of those and 8 of these. And I think that's all we need to make this chicken, right? I'm going to speed this up just a little bit because I want those seeds to be done by the time I get back with my Astral Chickens. And we have our resonating one to actually do the craft over here. Let's see, this guy over here has stopped glowing again. 49% purity. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure here. I was going to say I can just throw it in the middle there to use that puddle, but it was like, nah, dog. It's a flowing water, so I'm going to get pushed. I'll throw it on the side there. Okay, let's make our chickens. Oh, why do I have night vision? Oh, because I jumped in the Liquid Starlight, duh. Okay, here we go. Shift click it so they're both in there, and go ahead and craft up some Astral Chickens, please. Any minute now. We have the altar here full, yeah, there, and it crafted both of those. Awesome. 2 Astral Chickens. And one thing we'll have to note is that... where's the Astral Chicken quest? Here it is. Yo, it gives us a floating crystal reward? Oh, wait, we need the enriched egg first. I didn't see that. It was like the same color as the book there. One thing we're going to have to do with this Astral Chicken, though, before we can do anything, is that we're going to have to breed it up. So let's get some more seeds here. Do we have more wheat anywhere, or is this like our whole supply? We might need to go rethink our... I know we had our farm over there in the Void World. We might need to go change it to be all wheat, perhaps. So here we go. We have a stack, just an absolute load of 10, 10, 10 Smart Chickens. Now we need to get a 10, 10, 10 Astral Chicken. So here we go. This is going to be what the process is going to look like. Maximum acceleration. And each time a new chicken is born, I want to swap it in because it's going to have better stats than previous chickens. Let me just get all of my wheat over here ready to go. All right, there's number one. Swap out the first one. And I'm not going to show you this on camera every single time I do it because there are a lot of chickens, but like maybe just like the first couple times I do this. All right, and our acceleration ended, but we have two chickens that are much more powerful, so this is going to already be going much faster. I'm swapping my right chicken, now I'm swapping my left chicken next. Now I'm swapping my right chicken. And it just progressively gets faster and faster. Left, right, left, right, left. Okay, and we have 9, 9, 10 at the moment, which is pretty good. I'm going to go feed these chickens to our Infernal Furnace because non-10, 10, 10 chickens are worthless to us. Right? These don't have another use. I was like, oh gosh, I should have looked first. Okay, no, they don't. They do not. All right, and we're going to speed this up. This should be the last time we need to speed it up because we are going to be cooking with 10, 10, 10 chickens now. So now we have 10, 10, 10 chickens, and now I'm just going to start stacking them up. That's going to increase it even further. Yep, there we go. And that's as fast as it can go. Alright, that's probably enough Astral Chickens, to be honest. Astral Chickens is going to be one of those ones that we want a fair number of, whereas the other types, probably not so much. Alright. The other types of chickens like will be good with one stack for the most part. I'm going to go ahead and grab a roost here. And let's grab our one stack of chickens to go in this roost. We'll use other stacks elsewhere, most likely in the future. And then we're going to want some item conduits. We have 4 light wells up there, so let's just put 4 of those. Here we go. Let's see how our light crystal over here is doing as well. Or rock crystal, rather. Still 49% purity. Yeah, I don't know how to get the purity up. I might have to go and read the actual manual. Oh, goodness me. Oh, no. Alright, let's put our chickens up here, and then let's hook up some item conduits. Never mind. They don't hook up like that. Do they hook up on the bottom? They seem to hook up on the bottom here. Let's go ahead and test if this works on the bottom. Those did not actually go where I was trying to put them. Here we go. And then up here, there we go. So let's just go ahead and set this one to insert on green, and this one's going to be extract on green. Put our chickens in here. And do you work? Well, it's making eggs, but the eggs are not going anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that does not work. So let's break the item conduit part of these. Except I don't have the proper tool to do that, so I just broke the entire pipes. That's annoying. So extract always, extract always, extract always. Okay, if I'm recalling, then I guess we're going to have to go on top to put them in, and this one is insert only. Alright, let's just pick this guy up with our dolly. Make the world's worst staircase with chests. And then... Oh, wait a second, this has a... Hey, yo, am I, like, dumb? I, like, didn't actually look in the crucible. Insert on green, insert on green. Extract on green always. I, like, can't see anything, so... Yeah, it's up there. Like, I can't see it from down here because it's too dark. Can we get, like, a torch up there, maybe? Still can't see it. It's like the world's darkest block up there. Here, let me grab this really quick. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's there. It's happening. It's doing things. Okay, sorry. That was like a total waste of time to break all that and then replace it because it was actually working before. Gosh. Okay, there we go. There's our Astral eggs going, and we can see here we are now picking up a steady supply of liquid starlight. So, very nice. Okay. Let's get our axe and break these chests. How's our crystals over here doing? Still 49%. I must be missing something in here. I have my Astral Sorcery book in here somewhere, right? And it might be down at the other place. Okay. Okay, well, let's refill the trench there, and then let's go and find my Astral Sorcery book really quick. Whoop. I don't know why I went the long way to get into my house, but I sure did. Okay, so we have it as the Akashic Tome, Astral Tome. Okay, I'm gonna read through this and see what I can find in here. Be back in a moment. Have a friend here in our base, kind of chasing me down. How very fun. All right, back to reading my book. So the book doesn't really like specify. It just says liquid starlight solidified on the surface and quickly starts melting off again when removed. Um, Leaving it in the liquid long enough might permanently increase its size. If the crystal were to be made larger, perhaps multiple of items could be crafted from one crystal. So I think that's talking about when you use a grindstone to grind it down. But it says, you wonder what would happen if a fully grown crystal was continuously submerged in liquid starlight and what it would mean for its purity. So, like, yeah, can you, like, tell me what that means? Hello? That's kind of my question here. Is that how we increase purity or not? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let me keep reading here and see if there's any more info on. Okay, so I think just what I was reading based in the book, and then also I was referring, or not referring, referencing the Feed the Beast wiki a bit. It sounds like there's a chance for it to split when it's left in the water for long enough, or the liquid starlight rather, and that's what we want to happen. And when it splits, one of the split crystals will actually increase in size, allegedly. Not size, purity. So let's go back to our island and see if the rock crystal I had left on the ground over there is still there. It is in fact still there. Okay, so that is good to know that it does not like disappear while we are looking away from it. Alright, so I guess we're working with our highest purity crystal. We would want to keep throwing it in the liquid, but it only works when it's in a source liquid. So realistically, what we would want to do is we'd want to keep filling whatever tile it's in with liquid so that it can keep processing it. I think, anyways, is how we'd want to go about doing that. So, oh, that was the egg over here shattering. And yeah, it looks like our system over here has done a good job replenishing that. So how do we actually go about filling it then? I think we need something that drops liquid blocks into the world, and I'm trying to think what would be the kind of options for that. So let me look in like our various tools and logistics, like maybe integrated dynamics might have something for that. I don't know. I'll have to look around. So I'll be back again after I've kind of seen and figured out some potential options we have. I think actually, now that I'm looking at it, the fluid tank from Ender.io might be able to do this. Like, I think it might be able to put blocks in and out of it. There's a chapter in the Thaumcraft, or a book in the Thaumcraft chapter, or is it in Botania? Aha, automating Knacker. And they use, what do they use there? Okay, so they do have tanks. They're using the tanks to actually make buckets. It might be able to do something like this with our setup here. So it'd basically be copying the Knacker setup, except with, instead of Knacker, we're going to be using Liquid Starlight, I guess. So what does it actually use here? I think it uses a, is that a dispenser? Honestly, we don't even have to make it this elaborate at all. I think here, let's just set up something basic here. Because we're not worried about wasting Liquid Starlight right now. We effectively have infinite. So if we just like have it constantly going over there for a while, that would be ideal for us. Let me restore the functionality of that, and then let's go and get a dispenser. I think I actually made a dispenser last time, right? And I was like, why did I make this? I don't know. Let's get a dispenser and one of these tanks that we can use to fill buckets. So here's our... No, we made a dropper, not a dispenser. Dispenser. Okay, dispenser uses a dropper. All right, no big deal. So there's our dispenser, and then let's make a tank. Let me go to my other crafting table over here that can auto-craft things. So we want to make the Ender IO fluid tank. Just looking at all these items over here and trying to figure out which one it is. Here it is. We want to make this, whoops, go back. This guy here. So we need the portable tank, and for the portable tank, we need... Let me get this on bookmark as well. For the portable tank, we need a redstone servo, and for redstone servo, I think we have everything but the iron ring. Iron ring, we just need an iron rod. We can hammer that iron rod. There's our ring. Let's get our red alloy wires. No, we don't actually have any of those, so it's going to make them like right now. Like they're in the wire mill as we speak. Yep, and they just popped out. There they go. Do we have copper plates? We do not have copper plates. Let's request 5 of those. Iron bar we do have, and steel plate, we need 4 of those as well. Alright, we can go ahead and craft our servo, put the next recipe in there, and then where's my battery? I want to kind of hurry this along a little bit. Here's our battery. Throw it over here in our bending machine and give it a light acceleration. Our copper is done, and oh, we don't have glass. Okay, glass is stored somewhere else. All right, there's our fluid tank. I think this is a quest, so let me just pick it up. Yep, sure was. And then let's get our actual fluid tank crafted. All right, and that was 2 different quests. So did we get any rewards for that? Yo, a crescent hammer. I'm actually gonna carry around. That's like that replaces our need for a Greg Tech wrench, I believe. So let's put the crescent hammer, keep it on us. And the reason we made the fluid tank is, let me get some item conduits. Our fluid tank's going to be able to fill and empty our liquid starlight. So let me just put our tank of stuff over here. And we're going to tell this tank to import from the top. So there it goes, starts to suck in the liquid starlight from above it. And let's put our dropper here facing this way into this slot. And then in this slot, we're going to put an item conduit. Oh, and we're going to need a filter on this guy, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're going to need an item conduit filter as well. Hold on. Be right back. Let me make one of those. Filter. Just a basic filter is fine. Oh, we need an entire hopper for our filter, huh? Okay, I guess. They don't really make it easy, though, do they? Alright, whoops. Put the chest back in there. Okay. There's our hopper. There's some basic item filter with just some paper. Okay. That's an advancement, not a quest, so what we're going to have over here is that we're going to send... This is basically going to be a green to green. Make sure self-feeding is disabled. Okay, it is by default, but just wanted to make sure. And then here on the extract, we're going to filter to only extract empty buckets because we do not want it to take a full bucket away. And now if we just put a bucket in here, it should start working. So it should feed the bucket into here. Where did the bucket go? Oh, we need a redstone clock too. That's right, to actually pulse it to drop the liquid starlight. Now that I'm thinking, is that going to be a problem? Because I don't want it to like pick up the liquid. Yeah, it got me thinking here. I think let's use a detector so it doesn't like break stuff. Is it detector or watcher or what is it called? I think it's a utility. So here's our redstone clock that we can use to pulse. We're gonna have to bookmark one of those. And what is our thing that we actually want to use to watch it? Scanner. I think this is it. The scanner. Okay. So let's go back home, and we need to make a few more things. How do we make devil dust again? Low covalence dust and fire. Got it. Okay. And we don't have an extra redstone clock, do we? Nope. Okay, so low covalence dust. Let's get this in the fire first thing. And I recognize you. You're a fake fire. Nice try. See, the fake fire is gone. Let's make all the rest of this other stuff while that's cooking up. So we are going to need a dropper. Whoops, we don't need a bookmark the recipe. I just needed that. Oh, we don't have cobblestone of all things. Just get some cobblestone, man. Jeez. Oh, that just is full as heck. Okay. We're going to be sorting out our storage system very relatively soonish. We need a spider eye because that's part of your, you know, that's just part of your general technology needs. Spider eyes? No? Just mine? Maybe? I don't know. We're going to need a redstone clock. So for this, we need to make this special advanced redstone torch. It's not a regular redstone torch, it's advanced. And then we're gonna need some stone. No, we have the stone in our system. We just need the devil dust, which I'll go over here, grab out of our fire, and here we go. There's the stuff we need for our clock, and there is our clock. And then I'm gonna take some redstone. We have redstone conduit, actually. Let me take the redstone conduit, and let me take a torch as well. Stick, rather, so I can make a torch. Because we're going to do some like classic redstoning here really quick. Let's go back up to Astral Sorcery, and let's get this thing set up. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to have our scanner here, and we're going to want to detect liquid starlight. So let's see, set to current block, liquid starlight. And when it detects liquid starlight, it should be making a redstone signal, yeah? I do not know what it's doing there. So this should be outputting the signal. No, wait, inputting the signal and then outputting it here on red. Okay, that is not working as I expect. I have some regular redstone on me, right? Okay, so it is outputting a signal there. Why was it not outputting the signal from the other side? Put the clock here, and we should be output to red. It's not turning it off for some reason. Interesting. What if I put a redstone here? No, the clock is still going. I'm pretty sure hitting this with a lever, like, turns it off, right? So, do I have a lever? I can make a lever really quick. Yeah, see? That turns it off. Why is that not turning... Why is this not turning it off? I'm slightly confused. Does it need to be a strong signal? Let's output on red, strong signal. There it goes. Okay. So, when this detects a liquid starlight over here, we want to turn the clock off. And we're going to have the clock right here. And we want to connect this to here. Whoops. And go to output red, strong signal. Okay, so while there's liquid starlight, that should stop the dispenser from picking up and dropping the liquid a bunch. And so, now what we should be able to do is just throw our rock crystal in here. And it should start absorbing that up. And at some point it should split. And once it gets maximum purity, I think we will have a maximum purity, maximum size rock cluster that we can work with. And we're going to be good. And the best part of this should be that we shouldn't have to pay attention to it. But I'm going to actually just pause recording here for a little bit. I'm going to hit some other things up, and then I'm going to come back and see what this is done in, like, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. So be back in a minute. I mean, a second for you, but for me, it'll be many minutes. So be right back. Alright, some time has passed here. Hasn't had anything happen over here yet. I mean, we're still rolling in the liquid starlight, and that's okay. That's basically an infinite resource now. But yeah, we still haven't gotten any purity or splits or whatever's supposed to happen on this. I'm wondering if that only happens with celestial crystals, the blue ones. But one thing I do know that we got to do is that we need to do what's called attunement, I think. And in order to do attunement, we have to study the constellations in the sky. That's really exciting, right? So in order to do this, we're going to need to get a telescope, I think, so that we can study the constellations in the sky. So telescope. Here it is, and looks like we need a looking glass for that, and looks like we need, honestly, stuff that we should have up there. Mostly, but let me just make sure we have sticks and wood and gold, I guess. Gold. So we need 3 golds, and we should have glass lenses up there, some sticks, and 3 more sticks, and then looks like 2 planks. Doesn't really seem like all that much stuff, all things considered. And the lens, okay. And then I don't remember what we actually need to do the actual recipes up there, so we will see if we just need the telescope, not the recipe, the like looking in the sky part. So let's go ahead and craft the looking glass first. And the telescope is strictly a better version of the looking glass, if I recall. So I'm not gonna bother using the looking glass. In fact, it's like, yeah, it's not even a quest for it in the quest book. It's just like, yeah, go ahead and make the best one. And then actually discovering the constellations, it's gonna be I don't remember if those are in the book somewhere. Alright, we got our telescope. Now we can stick it down here, and we can look at the stars in the sky. How pretty. So if I recall, if you're looking around in the telescope, you will see on some pages there will be these. So there are these brighter stars, and then you can kind of like connect the dots on them. So I believe this one is Armara, just off of the top of my head that I remember. So we connect the lines for Armara here. This should give us, hey, you discovered Armara, except not actually, because we are not good at drawing this, apparently. I forget, is there like a reference somewhere that we can use? So this is still Armara. Let me look at my book really quick. Back it out. This is probably going to be in like exploration. Looking glass. Despite the night sky constantly shifting, certain recurring patterns and shapes appear on a regular basis. In order to locate and trace constellations, a clear view of the night sky is absolutely necessary. Proper constellation must have been discovered from constellation papers. Oh, okay. So constellation papers, we need to make these first, huh? So we want to make Lucerna, I think, and that requires... I guess we're going to have to find it in here because it's not telling us. Okay, so here's Lucerna. Isn't there like a more simple way to make Lucerna? Here it is, this one. This is the one we need for Lucerna. So yeah, let's go collect these items really quick. And like right now, this is, actually, isn't there a quest book recipe? Armara, hey, there's an Armara quest recipe. So you memorize a drawing of Armara, that's what it looks like. That's what we had right here. Let's trace that out again really quick. Doop doop, and there we go. Okay, we have discovered the constellation, and now if we look up in the sky, hey, there it is over there. Cool. Are there any other constellations visible tonight? I don't think so, because the ones that have constellations have these kind of bigger stars, like is shown here. So I'm not sure there's actually any constellations. And Armara, as it's showing, it's available at all moon phases. What's our current moon phase? Where's the moon? Let's see, it's 2 a.m. The moon should be visible, but I guess if the moon's not visible, that means it's a new moon. So a new moon does apply for this one. All right, what other constellation pages can we get from like quests? Looks like none. Celestial Altar will give us a generic one, it looks like. And then Skystone Block will give us Pelotrio. How do you make Skystone Block? With Skystone. And how do we make that? Oh, from Mark of the Falling Tower. Why, of course. Yeah, we're nowhere near that one. So, I guess we're going to have to make a constellation paper. We want Lucerna. Lucerna is the ritual that gives us mob repelling. So let's go and cook up some of the stuff we need to make this. Looks like we can either use liquid starlight or the luminous crafting table. We need medium covalence dust. Okay, that's a first time need for medium covalence dust. Let's go back down to our base and get some of this stuff made up really quick. So we're gonna need some brass dust. Go ahead and just grind these brass ingots down. Surely I won't have immediate consequences of not having brass ingots. Right, surely? Yeah. This is a consequence-free zone. And then let's grab some redstone and low covalence dust. I feel like we had more redstone than this. Did we, like, actually use it all? That's kind of wild if we actually used all our redstone up. I'm not even really sure what we would have used all of it for, but we had, like, stacks and stacks of it before. Yeah, only showing 4 redstone in here. Okay, well, I guess we gotta process some redstone real quick as well. Where's our autoclave? Let's put Liquid stardust in the autoclave. Where's it? The chemical bath? Oh, it's the chemical bath. My bad. So we can get some dense redstone. Heck yeah. What do we do with dense redstone to upgrade it further? Life essence and mana. Okay. One day we'll get that, but at the moment, not yet. Okay, and let me drop some stuff I don't need to be carrying around. I don't need all these. Don't really need the honeycombs. Okay, there's our dense redstone. And then with these, we are going to cook them in the furnace. And by cooking in the furnace, we are going to get native redstone clusters, and these give 10 each. So we have turned we have turned 8 redstone ore into 160 redstone dust, which is kind of crazy, you know? That's a lot of redstone. What am I doing here? Time in a bottle. So look at all this redstone we now have. Oof. We don't have, like, more of that sitting somewhere, do we? I don't think we do. Alright, do we want to process this for any byproducts? I don't think we can do thermal centrifuge, right? Thermal centrifuge is an MV machine. And I'm not too worried about Cinnabar. Let's see here, actually. How long does this take to wash? Takes kind of a long time to wash, 10 seconds per ore. And we have like 30 minutes of washing here. Let's just wash it manually, and then we will reevaluate whether we want to do the other, what is it over here, centrifuge? How long does this centrifuging process take? 5 seconds? Doesn't seem too bad. We might need rare earth for something. Yeah, we might take some rare earth. There's some cadmium in here. And you know what? Forget it. Let's just kind of skip this. We really don't need that. Okay, so we don't actually really need all of this right now. How about this? I'll take a stack and stick it over in our centrifuge isn't even set up. Our centrifuge is here on the sideline, so let's put our centrifuge back first. We'll put a stack to centrifuge, and then we're just gonna wash the rest of them manually in our cauldron one more time. Whoops. I washed my knife too on accident. Alright, there's our redstone. We need low covalence dust now. I don't really need all this redstone on me. Also, we don't need all of this junk in here. I guess when the storage system is putting stuff back, it's throwing it into this chest, kind of as the first priority, so that's fun. We need 24 dust, because 6 times 4 is 24, and then we need 24 of this, and then we're going to need some mana. Hopefully we have enough over here. We do not really actually have enough. What is our other option here? Mixing machine? MV mixing machine. Okay, we can't do that. So we have to do this. Medium covalence dust. We need our hammer. We have a hammer in here, right? Yep, there it is. And go ahead and... Oh, we did in fact have enough mana in there. That's good. Alright, now with this, all of that to be like, hey, also we need Salus Mundus, and it's like, yay, cool, hooray, huzzah, amazing. Low covalence dust, or we have to take 3 different crystals and crunch them up with redstone. Honestly, let's just do the low covalence dust recipe, and let's do a few of them. So let's do like 24, and then let's take 3 crystals. We have a lot of this decidrium from earlier. And that uses a hammer as well. Oh, it doesn't recognize what that type of crystal is. That's okay. Decidrium, and there we go, Salus Mundus. Now we need illumination powder. That we can make upstairs, but we are going to need glass dust next. Why is this so complicated to make this junk, man? Glass dust is quartz sand plus flint dust. Or I think we can also do it with quartzite. Okay. We have a lot of quartzite, don't we? We have a fair amount of quartzite. Let's do this. Let's do flint. So let's take a stack of 16 flint. Let's grind these up. Let's turn these into a small pile of dust, and then let's mix all of these in our mixer. And that's going to make us 5 stacks of glass dust, and hopefully we're going to be good for the foreseeable future on that. And if you thought we were done with all this, now we're going to need a parchment. Okay, parchment is easy, thankfully. Looks like it doesn't matter how we make it. So just take some papers. We can take like 8 papers up with us. And then our glass dust is gonna be over here, ready to go. This should be enough for our needs for now. Purified iron ore. Why did I put this in here? I don't know. Let's just go make it do something over there. And we have some purified sphalerite. We can stick that in our centrifuge. Whoop, not the salamandus. There we go. Overwhelm. Okay, scribing tool. Let's get a scribing tool going on here. So get a glass bottle and a feather and some kind of black ink. We can use this Vanta Lily and a feather. So scribing tool, get. Parchment we'll make up there. Do we have more aquamarines? We might need to make more aquamarines, to be honest. Let's set some of our sapphire ore to process before we go up. Apparently I only got 5 of those when we went out mining before. That's probably not ideal. Sapphire ore is... Let's look at the... Oh no! I should have made it dense sapphire ore. Dang. Oh well. So sapphire ore is going to be... We're going to want to wash it for aluminum for sure, and then we're going to want to sift that for the sapphires. So let's go and throw this in our washing machine, which is over here. Oh, great. We have, like, machines that we aren't really stocking / using properly. We can put this here, right? And then, whoops, threw my knife over there. Connect that up. This is just like, I am handling this in the most chaotic way possible. Alright, that's going to wash up some sapphire, and then we can sift it later. Okay, let's go back to our platform and make this junk already. It's quite a process here. How's our crystal over here doing? Looks like it actually just grew. I mean, we're still sitting at 49% purity, and we don't have any extra crystal, so it kind of makes me think, like, maybe we cannot split the crystal. So, alright, let's go. Illumination powder, 3 sets of it. Seems good. We can craft this in the daytime? It appears to be that we can. Alright, there's our illumination powder. Now we can make our Lucerna thing, but I did it incorrectly. Okay, Lucerna is on the regular crafting table, and it is this one. Okay. Oh, we didn't make our parchment. Oh, and we friggin' converted all of our Salus Mundus. Gosh darn it. Why have I done this? And we need aquamarine. Alright, let's turn these into parchments. Both of them, please. And then, where's my book here? I think if you shift-click, you can open this and store my constellation in there. If we had turned this back into not the Astral Tome and then we pull it back, okay, it's still there. Okay, cool, cool. I got worried about that for a second. Another case of we have not planned and now we need to go backtrack and do things. Alright, we don't need all this blast dust on us. What's going on here? This is doing sphalerite. Put some pure iron and more sphalerite in here, I guess. I don't know, man. Iron doesn't even fit. Okay. Our sapphire's all washed up. Let's put it in our sifting machine. Where even is our sifting machine? Here, oh, here it is. Okay. I was like, am I going crazy now, too? We can double the speed of this with 1 drop of time in a bottle, and then let's see what it gives us. Ah, a single sapphire. To make aquamarines, we need to kill this cows. Were there 2 cows suddenly? Really? Like, see, this is why I cannot work in here with all of these cows just appearing out of nowhere. And they're, like, guarding my body. Here you go. Chase me through the wires, I dare you. Oh, he accepted that dare. And he won very easily. Alright, here we go. Come here. Yeah, you're not getting off the hook from that. Nice try. Monsters are so annoying. That's why we go at the start of the mod pack and like set all the torches up to begin with, but now they don't work anymore, so yeah, cool. We lost a stick, that's fine. Are my heads over here still not stacking? They are not. Okay, well, we'll either do something with them or maybe we won't. We will see. What am I doing here? Too many things on my bookmarks. Okay, we were getting sapphires. Flawless sapphire has a use. It doesn't besides mana, or liquid starlight, which we have an unlimited supply of, so we don't have to worry about that. Exquisite sapphire have a use? Sapphire lens. And sapphire lens we will not be needing for a good while. Like, what is this even used for? This is used for medium hatches? Okay. Let's go ahead and turn these into sapphires, and then with the sapphires we can turn them into aquamarine in the autoclave. Okay, so autoclave is here, and we need some liquid starlight. I'm just going to borrow it from that machine. Let's cut the exquisite sapphire. Oop, that is the wrong machine. Here's our cutting machine. Alright. And we've made our own aquamarine. Nice to be able to do that. Speed it up a touch. Alright. Aquamarine done. Okay, cool. Purified sapphire. Go get centrifuge, son. And can I eat something now? I can eat something now. I do not like not being able to sprint. It is quite annoying. Maybe we will attune ourselves to some constellations to make some of these earthly needs be less earthly. Okay, geez. We are getting things done, though, at least. Okay, we need our parchment, and we need our salad. Oh my gosh, I forgot it again. Head go in here, Salus Mundus, give me another one of those, another 8 of those. Do we have enough mana? We don't have enough mana now, so we have to go get some mana. And it's like, yeah, bro, we're just gonna do everything the most inefficient way possible. Love that. 1, 2, 3 buckets is enough for now. Watch should come back, and then I needed a 4th bucket for something, right? Okay, Salus Mundus. Let us please be done with this back and forth. I am getting a little tired of it. It is nighttime, though, so we might see a new constellation, the one we need specifically. Alright, Lucerna. Here, this parchment paper. Oh my gosh. Can we be done, please? Please, can we be done? Craft it. Do it. Let's go back to our Astral Tome so I can stick it in there when I'm done with it. So this is Lucerna, and it is visible on all nights. And apparently all nights anyways. Where's our moon? You know, where is our moon, though? I'm a little confused. Like, why is there no moon in the sky? I'm gonna be right back 1 second. Okay, so just to check something, I went up and I'm floating in the sky right now. Oh, hey, there's a shooting star. But I was looking for the moon, and for some reason the moon is under the map. Like, there's the sun. Why is the moon next to the sun? Like, do they go out of phase like that? I thought the moon should be visible. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, let me go back down to my platform here. This was just for testing purposes. And return to normal game mode. Unhide my UI, and okay. So Lucerna should be visible. Do we see Lucerna? Oh, is this it right here? So we're looking, there's a central point, and then 3 spokes on the right, and then 2 on the left. This doesn't really look like it, but we can try. Yeah, that's not it, right? I don't know what this is. Let's look at other pages here. I mean, I don't know where else Lucerna would be. I don't know if we need a stronger telescope or something. This looks like there's one that looks like this shape. I don't know what this one is called, but this is what this one looks like, kind of. Do we need like a stronger telescope or something? Not sure. Let me look at other pages. Maybe it's just more subtle. Because this is like a lesser constellation, I believe. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it, and it's becoming daytime here now, so I'm not gonna be able to see anything here in a second. Like, this is the only other way I could see this being, but this also does not look correct, so yeah, I don't really know what's going on here, and here we can see it's fading quickly now. Okay, well, shoot. I'm gonna have to do some more understanding of how these constellations work. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of reading between... Oh, there's a page about constellations. Wait, Lucerna? Maybe Lucerna is not one that you discover in the sky, huh? Or it's like a dim constellation? I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, I'm gonna have to do some more reading between episodes to figure this out. I'm also gonna try to figure out what the heck's wrong with my moon. Like, why is it, should be, like, visible down there shortly, I believe. Like, why is my moon in my day sky? Might be, like, a console command I can use to fix that or something. Let's see, where is that moon? Be back 1 second. Oh, and then just quick check up on our rock crystal. Once again, nothing has changed over here, so I think this is kind of like a moot thing for that. So yeah, there's the moon for some reason. Like, what's going on? I don't know why the moon is in the wrong place. And they seem to be like moving the same speed, so like the moon's not gonna randomly get behind. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what's going on here with this and see if I can't fix some of this. For now, if you're enjoying the series and the chaos that was this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.